Don Von LIAMA's thoughts on Matt Cardona.
So it's Don Von LIAMA checking in with you guys here at PWG Global. We've recently been talking about the man that is Matt Cardona, or as some people will know him, Zack Ryder. There's a lot of questions to ask about him, isn't there? Like, why does he want to trademark the Zack Ryder gimmick? Is he going back to WWE? Is that his dream? Is that his goal? Because above all, like, as a lot of us know, he's a great athlete. He really is. He's got a great persona. He can literally take his hand to being a face or being a heel. Like, personally, I don't know a lot about the whole Zack Ryder gimmick and his career as Zack Ryder. I just know that he was kind of butthurt from WWE and like didn't leave them on bad terms as such, but he hasn't really had much good to say about them since he left. I'm not aware of him having his WrestleMania moment or anything like that. That's, like I say, it's not really my kind of place to follow him. But when he popped up in AEW and done a few of his matches there, like, you know, as this Matt Cardona guy, like, you know, a lot of fans took to him. They were like, you know, that's Zack Ryder. I was like, all right, okay, so he's plying his trade as this other guy's name. A lot of guys out there will know him from his work with Brian Myers doing the podcasts about the about the kids' toys, if you will, you know, with the figurines and stuff. It's one of those where, like, you know, a lot of people use them as collectibles and stuff like that. I don't mean no disrespect to it. It's just I've never seen such, like, muscular athletes talking about dolls, if you will, and it's kind of strange to me. But at the same time, they do have a great collection of them, and you've got to be in awe of them because of how much they've spent on them and, you know, the quality that they bear. Anyway, I digress. You know, he's done a lot of work with Brian Myers, and, like, I think personally we've seen the best of Brian Myers in Impact. I don't think, well, I say that loosely, I don't think we've seen the greatest of him yet. I think, like, when he done the roster cut, you know, he was bringing in a lot of characters. It was great for Impact to introduce new people to the roster and stuff. But his work with Matt Cardona, you know, they were great, you know, as the major players. But again, I don't think we saw the best of them. You know, I think the major players, they could have gone on and had a real good tag title run. They could have, like, really put themselves on the map using Impact Wrestling, well, for their advantage. But it's not something that we saw, I don't think. And be that their choice, be that Impact's choice, who knows? I'm not sure. But above all, like, you know, I think we've seen some good sides of them. I think we could definitely see more if they were to return. But going back to the subject, Matt Cardona, like, I honestly don't think that he's going to peak better than he did with his stint in GCW. Like, he had some great fights against Nick Gage, against Joey Janela, stuff like that. He really was, like, you know, the hardcore guy. Like, you know, since ECW, since, like, you know, TNA, doing, like, you know, their barbed wire massacre matches and stuff like that, we haven't really seen much of hardcore in the forefront of wrestling. And, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not really trying to slate GCW here, but not everyone's aware of GCW. It is still quite an indie kind of company in that, and, you know, Nick Gage has, like, waved the flag, and he's been in matches with people like Chris Jericho on AEW and stuff like that. But I really feel like Matt Cardona really put GCW on the map, because people are like, what the hell's Cardona doing? Like, you know, why is he in these like matches where he's profusely bleeding, and how has he become the champion and stuff like that? I can't comment on Cardona's time in NWA. I didn't follow it, but like, Cardona to me has got to be one of the biggest names that NWA had. How NWA has had Tyrus as a champion is, I'm not even going to start on that. I'm just going to, I'm going to put a full stop there. That's it. That's the last I'm going to say of that. But Cardona, like, you know, he really is just an amazing talent, and well done for him doing what he's done. GCW, AEW, NWA, Impact Wrestling. Is he going to go back to WWE? I feel like it's a bad move. Like, he's not going to. He's going to make millions of dollars. He really is. The contract that he signs there, he could retire on it, I'm sure. But what's he want to do? Go back as Zack Ryder and, like, you know, job to people? He's not going to have like a heavyweight title run, is he? Or I could eat my words there. Maybe he's going to. But is anyone going to take WWE seriously with Zack Ryder as their heavyweight champion? No. And don't get me wrong, like, from seeing the Cardona that I've seen, if it was Cardona versus Brock Lesnar at next year's WrestleMania, I'd watch it. I would. I'd pay for that. I would. Because I know now what Cardona can do. At first I was like, oh, here we go, this guy with that little wry grin, and his wife Chelsea Green. Like, look at what Impact done for Chelsea Green. You know, we literally put her on a pedestal, and, like, you know, she had a great time coming back to us. You know, she was a demented bride before, but, like, you know, she came back to us and we did her well, and she left us, and I don't know what she's done since. Apparently she had like a 2-3 second entry in like a Royal Rumble or something, I'm not sure. But I don't know, with Cardona, yeah, maybe I wasn't a fan at the beginning, but yeah, I would say I'm probably more of a fan of him now. And now he's gone, so I'm not really going to follow him from his time in Impact. I'm not going to follow him from his time in GCW. It's a shame for me as like a newfound Cardona fan. He didn't win me over enough for me to buy shirts and stuff, but, like, don't get me wrong, like, he had a gimmick in GCW where it's like, if Cardona wins me riot, I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that, because he loved to hate him, you know. But I would hope that Impact had left an open door for him. I would like to see him come back. It would be good, but who knows? Yeah, I would like to say Cardona, Impact Wrestling, to be continued.